Welcome to our countdown of the hottest cars of the 80s, the 1980s, an era of bold fashion, iconic music, and of course, some of the most incredible cars ever built. Get ready to take a trip down memory lane with some of the most iconic vehicles of the decade. These are the cars that turned heads, dropped jaws, and became ingrained in pop culture history. Buckle up, because we're about to relive the automotive glory of the 1980s. First up, we have a car that perfectly encapsulates the extravagance and excess of the 1980s, the Ferrari Testarossa. This wasn't just a car, it was a statement. When you saw those straked side intakes, you knew, without a doubt, you were looking at a Testarossa. Those intakes weren't just for show, though. They fed air to that legendary flat 12 engine mounted right behind the driver. And what an engine it was! 4.9 liters of pure Italian fury, capable of propelling this beast from 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. But the Testarosa's influence went beyond its performance figures. It was a cultural icon, appearing in countless movies, TV shows, and video games. The Testarossa was the car every kid had on their bedroom wall, the car everyone dreamed of driving. If the Testarossa was the epitome of 1980s excess, the Lamborghini Countach was its wild, untamed sibling. This was a car that looked like it was designed to travel at the speed of sound, even when it was standing still. From its wedge-shaped body to its iconic scissor doors, the Countach was a rolling testament to Lamborghini's outlandish design philosophy. And speaking of outlandish, let's talk about that engine. The Countach was powered by a monstrous V12 that produced a symphony of noise unlike anything else on the road. It was raw, it was visceral, and it was absolutely intoxicating. The Countach wasn't just about straight-line speed, though. Its unorthodox design and mid-engine layout made it surprisingly agile for its size. It was a true driver's car, demanding respect and rewarding those brave enough to tame it. Chapter 3. DeLorean DMC-12, Back to the Future and Beyond. Let's be honest, no other car from the 1980s has a story quite like the DeLorean DMC-12. Sure, it wasn't the fastest or the most luxurious car on the road, but it had something that no other car could claim: time travel capabilities. Okay, maybe not in real life, but its role as the iconic time machine in the Back to the Future franchise cemented the DMC-12's place in automotive history. But even without its Hollywood fame, the DeLorean was a fascinating car. Its stainless steel body and gull-wing doors made it look like it had driven straight out of a science fiction movie, and its rear-engine, rear-wheel drive layout hinted at a sporty character. The DeLorean may not have achieved the commercial success its creators had hoped for, but its impact on pop culture is undeniable. Chapter 4. Porsche 959. The dawn of the supercar. The Porsche 959 was a technological tour de force that pushed the boundaries of what was possible in a road car. It was designed to dominate the infamous Group B rally racing series, and dominate it did. But the 959 was much more than just a rally car. It was a showcase for Porsche's engineering prowess, featuring innovations that were years ahead of their time. All-wheel drive, a twin-turbocharged engine, and electronically controlled suspension were just some of the features that made the 959 a technological marvel. The 959's influence can still be seen in modern supercars. It set a new benchmark for performance, technology, and exclusivity, paving the way for the high-performance marvels we have today. Chapter 5. BMW M3 E30. A legend is born. The BMW M3 E30 wasn't just a car, it was the birth of a legend. This was the car that established the BMW M3 as the benchmark for high-performance sports sedans, a title it still holds today. The E30 M3 was all about balance. It wasn't the most powerful car in its class, but it didn't need to be. Its combination of sharp handling, a rev-happy 4-cylinder engine, and a communicative chassis made it an absolute joy to drive on both road and track. But what really set the E30 M3 apart was its purity. It was a driver's car in the truest sense of the word, with no fancy electronics to get in the way of the driving experience. It was just you, the car, and the road. The E30 M3 is a true icon of the 1980s, and a car that continues to be revered by enthusiasts today. Thanks for joining us on this nostalgic journey through the hottest cars of the 80s. From the sleek and stylish Ferrari Testarossa to the raw power of the Lamborghini Countach, these cars defined a decade of automotive innovation and excess. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content.